There's just news coming in on Lanco Infra and Nagaprasad Kandimalla, who's the CEO of Business Development at Lanco Infra, joins us with a quick perspective. Naga, thanks very much for speaking with us. Is this a final settlement?
Yes, it is.
With Perdaman Chemicals?
That's right. See, if you look at the litigation Perdaman has filed against us 2 years back for a claim of 3.5 billion Australian dollars is now at an end. Without admission of any of their allegations, we are paying them a nominal amount of $7.5 million plus the cost to be taxed by the court. And this is a fantastic outcome for us.
What really acted as an icebreaker? Because Perdaman and Lanco, they pretty much have been loggerheads for several years now.
It's been, 2 years. If you go back a little into the history, right from the day they took this action against us, we have been saying that this is a baseless and without a merit claim. So, the settling of these cases in the process of mediation as per the rules of the Supreme Court is a prominent way of ending these matters in Australia. So as per those rules, we are able to initiate dialogue with them and then get to the status where we are.
Right. So Mr. Prasad, if you think that the claims from Perdaman were baseless, why did you settle out of the court? Why are you even paying $7.5 million?
See, if you look at, if we allow this case to continue like this would have taken anything between 12 to 14 months from now for the trial and the judgment and then, appeals and things like that. It could have gone beyond that. And settling these matters like this is more of, looking at what it would cost us from now on for the next 12, 14 months or more. And also we will consider the amount of management time that will go in handling these cases. On the paper, if you look at this is a large claim, it's important for our kind of companies with the size and scale of operations we have across the globe. It becomes so important for us to put an end to these kind of, cases. So hence, this is a very justifiable way of doing things and a commercially sensible way of handling such matters.
How did you reach the number of 7.5 and also when does the payment go out from your end?
The payment is due in about 28 days from now and the 7.5, as I said, is a logical way of looking at what would be the direct cost from now on if I add all the heads that I will spend from now. And also, intangibly, there is a whole lot of value in terms of our ability to refocus on our operations, continue to, build strength into our development activities for the mining operations. If you recollect, we are producing about 4 million tons of coal this year. We are aggressively moving on an expansion plan to increase the production to about 15 to 16 million tons. So there are a lot of external stakeholders who will potentially look at this as a threat. So it's important for us to get rid of some of these matters and refocus and build confidence into our development activities.
Let's get in a voice from Perdaman Chemicals as well. Andrea Valeski, who's Director Corporate at Perdaman, joins us on the show. Andrea, thanks very much for taking out the time. So this is the final settlement in the case or the claim that you made against Lanco Infra?
That's right, yes. It is a final settlement which we reached on Friday. Lanco made an offer and we decided to accept that. What
triggered this settlement? Since you have been very vocal about your issues with Lanco over the last 2 years.
Yeah, and obviously the reasons why we commenced the litigation have not gone away, but we had to make a commercial decision concerning the litigation. The main issue is one of recovery. It's one thing winning litigation, it's another getting your money from the other side. And all indications are that the chances of recovery would be very remote, both here in Australia, because Griffin, by its own admissions, is making $10 million losses a month, as well as any recovery against the defendants in India. Lanco just announced that it will be reducing its workforce by 20%. It has, as you know, recorded losses of around $200 million in the first 3 quarters of the 2013 financial year. So the chances that Lanco and Griffin would be able to meet any damages judgment against them are small. Furthermore, Griffin managed to mortgage its assets to ICICI Bank, so we would be ranking behind ICICI Bank as a secured creditor. So again, when you look at this commercially, then it made sense to accept Lanco's offer.
Right, but for a claim of 3.5 billion Aussie dollars, you're settling this case for about 7.5 million Aussie dollars? I mean, I'm just saying that it just looks like a very small settlement, given the claim that you'd made.
Yeah, the number is not correct. It's higher than that.
What is the total number then that you're getting?
It's a confidential arrangement, so I prefer not to discuss that. But it's higher than 7.5 million. And as I said, at the end of the day, the decision was made based on our assessment of Lanco's and Griffin's financial position, which in our view is would reduce the chance of getting any money from them.